Nikky was
recharge.
Nikky was somewhere there in her headspace thinking, daydreaming about someone's tell us.
No, I wasn't. I was just...
You have to gain energy. Why don't you call it?
We're not recording. Not we were recording.
I'm just started.
About 3.
No, he just... Oh, okay, yeah, but he thinking.
So tell us
How have
about
you
your
been?
boyfriend. We had
How
rumors.
have you been? How have you been?
Oh, it's been amazing. Welcome back to Totally African Podcast.
I know, it
with
has
me, Tevin.
been forever, and me, Nikky, and everyone else.
Damalie,
Guys,
Damalie back there on her
say hi.
BTS. Cynthia, Julio. Let's get them.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, that hi has no energy in it, as in.
Okay, one more time. One more time. Say hi.
You guys, what's up?
I see how they're pretending before cameras went on.
We're
Energy was there, but now.
Again.
Hi.
So, have you been seeing how we knew celebs before they became celebs?
I don't know who's a celeb.
Let me first start. There's some guy I met yesterday. He's called Ronald. He's a nice guy. I met him in Kira. He watches the show. So shout out to you. You have the episode is for you technically because you are complaining how we have been inconsistent.
And we are
not
back.
posting.
Season 2 of Totally African Podcast. We are back. It has been a minute. And we just took some time to... It's always good to take a break and lock
recharge.
down and, all that.
As in, Nikky's lockdown was in summer.
Yeah, I was working, but, it's okay.
So,
We move.
speaking of working, tell us, when we're seeing you on Grammys soon, when we're seeing you hanging out with Chris Hemsworth, banging chills that side on Marvel sets, don't forget us, Nikky. We were with you on your small days. Have you heard? When you're there, when you're on like Black Panther 6, don't forget us.
Okay, I won't. Don't worry, I don't have to.
When you're like the granddaughter of T'Chaka or something like that, don't forget. So how has it been? Tell us how the shows go.
It's been good. I started acting on Prestige. It airs on Pearl Magic Prime on DSTV. So I play as Tendo. It's awesome. I honestly
You don't look
like
like a Tendo though.
Really?
No. No offense to the writers, they did a good job. It's just not your face.
Yeah.
Like your face is
So I
more of
look
like
like
a Shanika.
Shanika?
Something like that.
Shanika?
Like some ghetto girl from Atlanta outside.
I'm so dead. But it has been awesome. I don't know. You get used to the early mornings and the late nights and filming and shooting. And
So take us through your normal shooting day. What time do you start?
maybe I wake up 6 in the morning. Quickly get ready, all that. Then
Quickly. Okay.
yeah, but you're already on. Probably you'd have to be there by like 7:30. So the earlier the better. So get on set. Of course, wardrobe and makeup is the first thing you do. Then you start your day.
Start acting.
Yeah, reading
Do you have like a on and off switch for your personality? Like when Nikky mode, Nikky goes off in 3, 2, 1,
Action.
Tendo in.
Tendo, yeah. So there are times where there have been a bit more romantic scenes. So by the time they say cut, I was like, please.
The feelings are done.
No, not so romantic. But like, of course, in the way we're looking at
Intimacy
each other.
and emotion in the set.
So at the time cut, Nikky's back, please, I beg. No. Tendo's gone.
So for all those that catch feelings, be warned, Tendo is on show.
Chameleon, I just switch up. How have you been?
I'm good, though busy with work. A lot of work, to be honest with you. Contracts with clients, it's keeping us busy. But we're pushing for other like plans and ideas. Though I feel today's episode we need to focus on the lives of content creators.
Yeah.
Like, let's give our perspective. I give mine because I've been in this industry from 2015, I think. And of course, I'd be in front of the camera, then go behind and back in front.
Yeah.
So now I'm back in front officially again. But I'm still behind in certain things. So I'm like, let's give people our perspective. Let's give them what we feel, what we go through. It looks all glam and nice, but...
the sacrifice, eh? The process is, I don't even know.
I remember that video posted of the
expectation versus reality.
And the earring fell off us.
And I'm telling I don't think people actually expected it.
Yeah.
They probably expected something else.
Took me by surprise.
Yeah, but
that's so true. Them shades fall off.
it's
Speaking of earring, mine fell off
people always see the end product, but they don't know.
They don't know what we actually go through.
They don't know the early mornings, the sacrifice. You barely have a life.
Let me actually. You still work on next time, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
I see you snapping at about 6 a.m. in the morning.
Okay, by 5 in the morning. Oh no, Sata, you're up.
There's no room for hangover.
As in, even when it's there, some days you be strong. Open your eyes. Hi guys, what's up?
But you're in your movie.
Yeah, of course you know. But like, it's really. I don't know. There's a lot of sacrifice.
Let me take you through. I think I've never really aired this out.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell my side of the story for being in front of camera. So currently we're actually shooting in NBS studios. So this is like a coming back to the days.
Yeah.
But by then we were still in the older NBS building. So I was just there seeing my friends. I was watching TV Saturday morning and I just saw my friends on set. I was like, I know these people. I dropped them a text. They're like, oh, come through. I'm like, okay, cool. Why not, right? So I appear and then like, oh, there's a competition happening at NBS, come through, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I see no harm, right? You're doing really nothing with your time. I was in S4 at the time.
Yeah.
I went through. The competition had Crystal Panda, because it was me, Crystal Panda, some girl called Melissa, Pfizer, the one who does MTN stuff, MTN Pulse. So next thing I know, we won. Like we were like in one order. So Crystal Panda was number 1, Melissa was number 2, Pfizer was number 3, was number 4 in that order. Crystal, of course, went to NTV. Melissa and I stayed with Pfizer. Pfizer eventually went to Urban TV, Urban or XFM, that side of the world. And I stayed with Melissa. So I was working with Vicky, but unfortunately it was S4, so I didn't have the opportunity to stay.
Yeah, of course.
So I had to go back to school and everything. So I came back S6 VAC and my spot was still there, And I started S6 VAC as well. People were partying, going out.
That's what I'm trying to say. People and enjoyments for you there. Early morning.
Friday night, guys are like, we're going to the bar. Friday night.
I'm arranging my clothes to the next morning.
I'm there checking my scripts and my key points and the advertisers like lines.
Yeah.
Friday night, guys are out there posting. I'm there like, okay. Saturday morning, I'd wake up by 6, shower, everything, get ready. 7 tends to 7:30 would find me on the way. Latest 8, because by 8 you're on set in case an advertiser has any changes. Because you have to be very careful with the words you say on set.
Of course.
So if in case of any advertiser, we had an audience. It was a live show, 2-hour live show Saturday morning. It was called Youth Voice. So we'd have to be there by 8, wire up and everything, mic up, make sure you're okay. If people want to talk to you, talk to them, interact with them. Producer is on your earpiece talking to you. This is there's a lot happening between the hour of 8 to 9. So by 8:55 is when we finally we have 5 minutes of dead quiet.
Yeah.
To collect your headspace, collect everything. But in that quiet, these guys are counting down for you. 30 seconds to go. The guys in the production room are talking to you, and you go on set and you're live. You don't have time for mistakes. You don't have time to be tired. You don't have time to be hungover.
To be moody.
Nothing. You have to switch a flip and be in it. And I did that from my S6 VAC up to I think end of second year. I did for about 3 years straight. Every Saturday morning, no going. I never missed a beat, never missed a day. But it was nice because I got to interview the Prime Minister. I got to interview ministers. I got to interview big people. I got access to so many things. And it exposed me to a life. It put me into a whole new life. And it's kind of why I shifted to this side, because I wanted more than just being a TV presenter. I was like, no, there's more to this than I want to create. I don't want to just be the one who's, shown. I got to act in a TV advert, I think 2016, if I'm correct. It was for Ministry of Health. That's why I know your problems of acting. It is not fun. 5 a.m. in the morning, it's real.
Yeah, and you're leaving probably at 6 p.m.
And then you're on set all day.
On set all day. You may not even be acting, but you have to go through your scripts. You have to
you get tired.
Yeah, of course. You get tired.
Because imagine your scene is because mine was the first in my case. I had my first scene, it was at 8. By 9 was set shooting. So I was on set 9. We shot my scene. Then I had to sit and wait till 4 p.m. 4 p.m. The exhaustion of, and I'm not good at Luganda, and I had to do my Luganda scene in the afternoon. I cast my bare existence, but fortunately the art did well. They loved it. I'm still in contact with those guys, though. Me acting now is I prefer to create more. I prefer to be the one behind the productions. I like this more. I like the YouTube scene. It's way more fun. Tell us about your radio days.
I think I'm still doing radio. I have a show from 6 to 9 on Next Radio. So on Friday, on Saturday, then Sunday 10 to midday. So I think it's just the same. Wake up at 6. Okay, well, on Friday, my Fridays are usually dead, honestly.
You can't.
Like, I know if I want to have a good show, the next day,
you
Friday,
just have to bear.
Yeah. So Saturday, 5, I'm already up. By 5 something, I'm already at the station, but it's just near, so.
So you can't even walk
Yeah,
it.
Bambi, not at 5:30 in the morning.
This slope here is not your
Please,
friend.
I beg, no. So I'm already in the station at like 6. Yeah, you've already prepped for the show, and you kill it. You do it with a co-host. I have a co-host too. Well, on both shows. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we go through the thing, but some days can be a bit more difficult than others. Maybe you didn't sleep well, you're yawning.
It's like a mental health thing. Okay, the thing about, I'm speaking from both perspectives, because I worked at URSP for some time. Honestly, the easiest job I ever had to do in my life. It was repetitive clockwork things. Check this company profile number, this, it was like the exact same thing. Mm-hmm. It was mundane, it was boring, there's nothing much to this, right?
Yeah.
But being a creator, it's amazing, it's fun, it's something I love to do, but it is very hard. It is extremely difficult because you wake up and you're just not in it. And you have to create, you have to produce. And some of your...
Remember, people also feed off your energy.
Yeah, like your works. Like, okay, let me even give a backstory. I think these guys can attest to it. Whenever Nikky comes on set and I see Nikky's mood is low, I give her my energy. I'm like, take some of it.
I'm just recharging because Tevin's energy is always on 100, you know?
Do you know, I wake up and I'm like, not today. And I'm like, flip a switch. We will find that energy. If it means taking 3 coffees, if it means summoning some ancestor, we will find it.
Yeah.
Like, we'll always find a way to find that energy. But it's so hard. People don't share it. People don't tell you it's difficult to be on a spotlight. Yeah, it looks like fun. It looks like we're being entitled by saying this, but it's actually really, really difficult to keep finding that energy every day with your personal problems, with your hardships you go through. Maybe you're not being paid on time. Like, there's so many different issues. We face the same problems. The thing is, you have to create the clock of things are perfect.
Wear that mask and smile. Oh, I was going to. But okay. Yeah, just, those gloomy days, the mask is always on. But yeah, I get it. But sometimes you just keep moving, honestly, because it's what you love.
True.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Now let me touch on YouTube a bit. Now YouTube is like a big topic.
You guys.
It's a whole other topic. This might take us like 45 minutes of conversation. Now, I've taken my time. Okay, when I left NBS, I left just about 2.5, 3 years after 2015, but it was like in the middle of the year. So when I left, I decided to figure what I want to do. You know? I was, of course, still doing my degree in psychology. I was pretty good at it, but it's not what I wanted. I love psychology. It's amazing. Do it if you're good at it and help people. It's a talent that few people have.
Yeah.
During lockdown, my grandmother was sick and I was a physiotherapist. She was the reason why we left hospital earlier. You people are gifted. If you focus on it, please, you deserve the world.
Yeah.
But it's not what I wanted to, focus on. I will still use it, but like, you know what, let me find what I want to do. I've always loved cameras. Ever since I was a kid, my grandfather used to have these old Kodaks cameras and I used to watch him taking pictures and the film reel would spin up and stuff. It was nice. And I was always inclining towards that side, So I decided, you know what, let me focus on that. Let me see what I can do about it. I have a gift of marketing, I have a gift of selling something. What can I do to incorporate
both of them?
The two?
Yeah.
Next thing I know, I had the opportunity to do a few photo gigs for people, a few video gigs, and they loved it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I go back and look at the first video I ever made.
And you're like, hey, we have come from far.
Yeah, okay, I say it's crap personally, but this one in specific over here, let me even get her reaction. This individual in specific over here keeps telling me how amazing my first video I ever made was, but may I find it crap?
No, this is the thing. It was actually good, and it's good to see the far that you've come. Like,
True.
you've kept learning things on the way. So
how bad was this video?
It was okay.
bad.
I find it bad, and I was with her the first day I was shooting. I was with Cynthia.
The one at the basketball.
Cynthia, you're hiding.
Oh yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Man, I just felt it wasn't there yet. But that's just me being a very picky individual.
It's good for you to not get comfortable and be like, oh, I'm perfect. I do everything like this.
It's very rare for me to say something is good. Rare on my own works, really. So, I began from there. Next thing I knew, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. Found clients, doing works for the Sinaguru Skies Hotel. We got a gig there. We got gigs for going up country, Spy Africa. We traveled.
I'm sure you guys enjoyed it.
It was amazing. We did so much good work. We did amazing work for clients. Worked with Fresh Kid when he had just come out. We were one of the guys who initially worked with him.
Yeah.
We've worked with Gravity. We worked with Spice Dan, a bit here on the tours. We've worked with Skies Hotel. We've worked with Patrick Betature's videos.
Yeah.
Natalie Betature's videos too. Some of the people who might be watching have seen them. And we've come from that, process. But I felt I want
the
more.
power is just starting,
Yeah,
because
just do it.
You keep evolving, you keep learning more, you keep opening your mind.
And I want to be honest with you, my parents were never a fan of me being in camera.
They said, what's that?
Yeah, they wanted me to get my degree and focus on that.
Yeah.
But I told them I can do both. I can get my degree and I can also do what I love.
Yeah.
It was a fight. Oh, it was a fight. Waking up every day and having to be criticized for choosing what I'm choosing.
Yeah.
But guess what? Their children, my aunties and uncles, their kids admire me now and ask me to teach them and ask me to show them.
Parties, you're there, eh?
Yeah, all. And it's nice to see that. Don't give up. Put in the work. It might not show results now, maybe even 2 years, but the day it does, they will notice. They will notice. Because when you put in the effort, people come and be like, I saw what you did. That was actually really nice. I hear you do videos. Now people are more inclined. First of all, I'm sorry to say this, but COVID kind of helped this industry.
Why do you say that?
People thought cameras were just point, shoot, go. Till they told people to figure out a zoom camera. hey, guys opened eyes.
I'm so dead. Where do I go now?
People opened eyes.
Yeah.
They tried.
So
I got so lockdown. I would always get phone calls. I need this. I need that. We need this. We need that. There was always opportunity for now guys in camera, and this is for people in the industry. Don't lock yourself to only doing one thing.
Yeah.
Don't say I only do music videos. No, be broad.
Yeah.
Be able to handle a documentary, a series. Be diverse enough that if you're in the industry, you have places to go. Don't lock yourself into one little niche market. Yes, it's good to be in a perfect in one niche, but be able to expand into it. Yeah. And then YouTube is a whole other story.
I really felt the editing part. Like, you guys, I'm tired, but I will.
It's the hardest part.
Yeah.
What people see is like 10, 20 minutes of work is hours, days,
months, and
work.
years.
Like some episodes can take weeks. Like you shoot, record, edit. Now editing can take you like 2 days of editing. People don't see the stress, and then they start criticizing someone's work, and you're like, you don't know the amount of effort put into this. Then you see people who actually appreciate, and it's like,
yeah, thank you. Yeah,
like it's that little difference that, like, I think it's guys who are in the creative industry who understand.
I think it also goes back to say, hold on, pause. Let me record this in a better direction. Okay. I think it goes back to whether people understand what you're really going for. Because now, for example, I'll give an example of the comment section on Totally African.
Yeah.
On some videos, people appreciate the work. People are like, this is good, this is nice. You guys keep doing it, keep going. Like, you all are funny. Then other people who don't really get the whole, a podcast isn't supposed to be like
an interview.
An interview of the two people in front of the camera and people behind are not involved. They're always like, why are those people in the background talking? I don't know if you've seen those.
Yeah, we see them all the time.
Why are people in the background talking? Are those people supposed to be a part of the whole thing? And like, they don't get that it's a conversation. Yeah. And if they watched more podcast videos, maybe they would.
They would understand, yeah.
But they're so used to
TV interview style.
People in front of a camera are the only ones talking, dead silence behind, like they don't get the vibe.
Yeah.
So those ones will always be there. Haters will always
hate.
But yeah, some people don't get it, and if 3/4 of the world gets it,
then I know
it's something. I'm sorry to like bash the industry a little bit here. It's our own fault.
How?
We have been brought up in an industry which is so used to TV style productions, and it's our mission to make that change. It's us to be like, you know what, we're changing the game. Raymond from Radioactive, good example of that, and Nadia, good example. And I see none of them as competition, and I will never at any one point in time see them as competition. The Radioactive team, Sydney and all those guys, actually our friends hang out with them. We have not yet had opportunity, but this is an open call to them. We would like to do a collab, like mixing up the podcast sometime. But it's good to see people in the industry changing the game, like doing something different, doing something unique. It's nice to see that we're not the only ones who are having that mindset, but also the world needs to, Uganda as the world in this context, needs to understand that we are not keeping it mainstream anymore. I've been in mainstream. I know the restrictions. I know the game. It's not good. Like, you're constrained by sponsors. You're constrained by management, by these rules. Here, we don't have a cap. We don't have a filter. We don't have run times. We don't have issues dealing with anything but YouTube's restrictions, which, by the way, a whole other story. I know. The whole other story. But I know at the end of the day, I can have a conversation with Nikky and we can talk about anything. I'm not going to fear that I'm telling Nikky about my personal life or Nikky's telling me about hers. I'm telling you what I want to share. But if I'm to do that on TV, it's a whole other story.
It's
a whole other story. And it's nice to have this, platform
open,
where anyone with a simple phone, like Caroline Cash, she has you'd think she has like a ballistic ass camera. No, she has a simple Techno, and she makes her videos, and she has about 600, 500 subs.
Yeah, she's actually act together.
Yeah,
we act together.
And those are the people who I'm like,
Wednesday.
Yeah.
These are people who you look at and you're like, you see they're putting in the work and they're getting the publicity, they're getting the name. It's hard for people to be content creators in the world as it is. It's even harder to be a content creator in Uganda. So if you see someone putting in the work, don't bash them.
Not only putting in the work, but using what they have on them and not like creating excuses.
Yeah, they're just starting.
She doesn't have a camera. She uses her phone,
but she's still making really nice video.
Yeah, I like her content. I watch what she does, and it's worth it. It's worth it because at the end of the day, YouTube does make money. Let me not lie to you. It does. It will take you a while. It's like any business. If you're in the world of business, if someone tells you you're going to make obscene profits within a year, walk away. That is a scam. Scam, I repeat, scam alert. Walk but away. If someone tells you, we're going to get into this, we're going to struggle for about a year, maybe 2. But after that, we should be kawa, we should be solid. And guess what? Anyone on my team attest the first year of business, how was it?
Basically dead. I say,
Speak to our first year of business.
Like, hard. You guys.
Especially in video production, start.
Why was it like getting clients?
She has a bakery, a pastries and bakery. She has a gift shop. We have all had experiences in business. It's the same policy everywhere.
Yeah.
For MTS Media, it was a hassle. We got.
Say it. Say it. We're allowed 3 curse words on YouTube. Go.
I have a lot to say. Like 3 is not enough for me. That's why I'm like.
Yeah.
We were fucked. We were screwed over. Like, it was not nice. It was not nice. You're young in business, and then
reputation.
Like, you're just trying to build it up, and then you get this person playing in your time. You get this person that takes your shit for granted and wastes your time, and then you get nothing out of it. Of course, apart from the experience of don't deal with said person again.
Those such people again.
Yeah.
We can't even express the number of the amount of money we have lost.
Yeah, that is how we learned of paperwork on point.
Yeah.
That is how we're like, you know what? Going forward, everything has to be airtight, so that in case of anything,
have an MOU.
We have a way out.
Yeah.
In case of anything, we have a plan on how to pursue it. Otherwise, that experience, I still look at said people and I'm like,
I met this individual. I met this individual just the other day with her.
Yeah,
on Friday. We see them.
Like, no more jazz.
Homie driving in his Range Rover, and I look at him and I'm like, wherever, and I got advice from an expert in the industry, renowned person. She was like, I explained the story, and she said this. Right now, you're annoyed, and I get that. But in the future, that person will have a bigger, will have strength over you if you do something about it now.
No, yeah.
Then she goes on to say, if you walk into a room, he will always know what he did. Yeah. He'll walk out of the room because you're there.
You guys, what do you like not pay for the service?
Pay for it. When I tell you it's not little money, it wasn't little.
Yeah.
We ran bankrupt for a short while.
Oh man.
It was nasty. Yeah. Like it was really, really bad.
But yeah, we made it.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Bouncing back is one of the hardest things.
Oh God, yes.
That was the year my father died.
Yes, it was the same year.
Sorry.
Yes, that was like a month after my father's death. So it was like, what's this shit?
Yeah.
Okay,
it was a tough year.
I've reached my limits on the swear words.
Yeah, but
yeah, we pulled through. Like 2019 came with its opportunities. We killed it. It wasn't like so good, but it was fun.
Better.
It was fun. At least I can say we had a blast.
And at least you're now moving with the experience of what you've gone through.
2020 was actually good.
It was good. It had its...
It was going to be much better than it been for COVID.
But
we had the lockdown.
The pandemic.
We had projects. Projects that's messed up because of,
Yeah. But it was still also a good. It wasn't so bad. Like we survived it. We didn't go insolvent.
Oh yeah, no. We managed to keep afloat.
I used the right word.
The thing is, it's tough, but we managed to keep afloat. We managed to find a way. Yeah. Even if things were tough, it's about being a team. It's about being a team. Find your people. Find your crew who will fight for the mission. Not for the money, for the mission. Because once the mission is there, the money will not be the problem. And that's the truth. Fight for that mission. Because when you start off early, like, okay, let me be real with you, Nikky. Do you get paid that much? Like, when I say that much, I mean handsomely. In this industry.
Where I can be like, I feel like going to Italy for supper.
Yes.
No.
Please.
No.
And that's the thing people misunderstand about the industry.
Yeah.
It doesn't pay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm talking about TV, radio, kind of. Your expenditure is almost as or more than what you're making.
Yeah.
Because girls is even much worse than guys.
Worse.
Because you have to dress up, makeup.
The maintenance is quite costly.
Yeah, first bit is like 40K a day, right?
Probably like 120.
Depending on where you're going, really.
Yes. And this depends on the face.
Yeah, it depends on the first bit. Your outfits aren't cheap. Your shoes aren't cheap. The hair, for the other hand, is a whole other story. It's not cheap. And for a guy, we can wear this 3 t-shirts in a row and wear kawa. Yeah, that's kababa for like 6K and we are good to go. But either way, it's...
Going for a bullshit. No, I meant 2K where you're trimming like weekly. So that it doesn't go wild that you'll need to spend that 20K to do.
And it's difficult. It is.
I don't know how much you guys pay.
And I'm being honest with you.
Short hair. You guys, that maintenance of short hair.
It's also a whole other story.
Something else.
It's a whole other story.
My mom was at her wit's end on what to do with my head. She was like, okay, you've cut the hair. You're not maintaining it. I'm like, okay, let's try this. I did all sorts of things with my hair. I've had dreads. I have
You've been through it all.
I have gone bald. I have had a cut. I have had everything on my head. I haven't done tints. That is the one thing my mom is always. That's why she draws.
I'm sorry, even me, I draw a line there. I don't mind colored braids or anything like that. Just tinting.
Really? Even if it's like nice and...
I'm sorry, that one. I'm sorry, there I also draw a line. You can color your hair mosquito something blue. You know what I'm saying? I don't care.
Mosquito something blue. You're about to say Congolese green.
Whatever you want. Have those colored braids. Just tinting.
Maintenance is a whole other story. So, yeah, when you head back to like being a media personality, it's not cheap to always have the look.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not cheap.
It's not.
And people assume it is. That's why I'm like, where are the ones to blame?
Assume you get the stuff free.
No.
Oh, not all the time. Not all the time.
You may get one time.
You may get some,
out, but not always.
Yeah, not always.
No, you don't get shit free. And that's the truth, you do not. As in, okay, as I keep saying, we're the ones to blame. Straight up, we're the ones to blame for this because I was the one who was also exploited at a point. And I'm aware of this. And I realized I make more by being an independent contractor for any business, for any like productions, or even being in front of the camera, than I will being work like an employee of a company.
Yeah.
Because I've been both an owner of a company and an employee of it. And I see the difference. And I'm like, we are to blame for these decisions. We know that we are way more valuable than just this little penny coins here and there. But we don't fight for our rights. We don't fight for what we deserve. And that's kind of where YouTube comes in. Because YouTube pays. If you follow the rules and take about a year of hard work with not a penny in the pocket and a lot of expenditure, eventually you start to make your cut.
Okay, yeah.
So now I'm just throwing it out there. I can be correct if I'm wrong, but someone like Nadia's account should at least be very, profitable. You're looking at Rachel's account should be very profitable. You have to hit the criteria. It's let me give people a quick brief with everyone about this. You're supposed to get 4,000 watch hours, so 4,000 hours. So a person needs to watch you an hour each. 4,000 people have to watch you for 1 hour each for you to get 4,000 watch hours. Totally African, hit that target. Like, yay. We hit 4,000 watch hours.
Happy dance.
And then we have to have 1,000 subs.
Yeah.
We currently at almost 700?
600 and...
Yeah, almost 700. So you have to hit 1,000. And then you have to go through...
Subscribe on that note.
Subscribe,
yes. Subscribe. I'm giving editor a problem. Subscribe here. That is the problem now to deal with. You have hit 1,000 subscribers. Then there are certain policies and rules you kind of need to follow. Let me give you a rundown.
Yeah.
Avoid swearing.
Oops.
As I said, you have a criteria of like a number of words you can say.
Oh, okay.
You can't use any, and Julio, you might have to bleep this out.
Yeah.
You can't use anything concerning child bad word.
Okay.
So you can't show any child indecency, any child issues. Even the word child is already a trigger for YouTube. So you have to be careful with anything concerning even the word itself. So I can't even say the word, our account gets flagged on spot. Like instant flagging. They can't even wait. You can't talk about modern war. So anything happening in a country that is happening now, which Uganda is talking about, there's a meme. I can't say that right now. I can't. Because the moment I say it, we are flagged. Yeah, instantly we are flagged. But if you know, you know.
Yeah.
You can't talk about, I said modern war. Even that whole, the whole pandemic, the moment you talk about the pandemic, flagged. During the first lockdown, flagged on spot. Accounts were being banned. Okay, now they have relaxed a bit. But the moment you use it,
you're just having like a normal
YouTube's policies
about...
Man, it's a war zone.
Wow.
It's like a landmine. You have to train through it. That's what I've said. If you know how to go through it, you will do much better than the mainstream media. But going through that minefield is a whole other story. But once you hit all those criteria, each other one you need to beat. You need to make sure you have like videos as long as 8 minutes because YouTube kind of likes long form content. Yeah. The longer the videos are, the more people stay, which means more money for YouTube, which means more money they make for you. Win-win for everybody. It's a business at the end of the day. Don't touch anybody's music. I can't stress this point enough.
You guys.
I can't stress this point enough. Don't touch people's music. Avoid it like it's the plague. Like run from that thing like it's a thief at the night. Like you're being robbed in the night. Run from people's music. You have to, and this is the truth. It's going to pain you. But you're going to have to pay for copyright music. You have to. There are epidemic sounds. There are many.
Would you?
It sounds expensive, but it's actually not. It's the same amount you'd pay for Netflix. So if you can afford a Netflix, you can afford this side. Yeah, you can afford the copyrighted music. But it's not your common Drake or something kind of music. It's more of like if you watch people's YouTube, you will notice the songs don't sound familiar. Yeah, there's that kind of music. The song you hear on our channel is one of those. There's that option. You have to pay for the music unless you have a friend who's a musician who allows you to touch the music. Don't put people's videos on yours. Do not. Like, you get total African clips and you're throwing them on yours. It's not copyright. It's a copyright. You're tagging our content. We have made the work. You're taking it. YouTube comes and tells us, boss, there's a guy who is touching your thing. We have flagged him already. Like it even reports you straight in our analytics. It tells you some homie is messing with your videos. And I've done it for clients. I've seen clients' videos being plucked and used around, and they're flagged on spot. Like I've witnessed it myself. Which I think we need to know about YouTube. You're allowed something called fair use policy. It's you're allowed to use small little snippets snippets of people's videos, but not more than 5 seconds, like 3 seconds of a clip of something, then stop. If you prolong it for more than that, flag. So you're allowed a small, little, tiny section. It's a bit of legal stuff involved, but yeah, that's a quick summary about it. YouTube takes 45% of whatever you make. So assuming you're making $1,000, right? YouTube will take $450. Then the balance is yours. But also, it's not a fixed rate. Every creator has a different rate. Now, I'm going to go a bit technical.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, if you break through as a creator, like, how much would you earn per video?
There's no fixed rate. So let me just try and explain this. If you've hit all these criteria, remember, this is going to be like a year later of consistent work of every week you've posted like content. It's work. It's real work. But let's assume you've committed yourself. You're doing this, right? And a year has passed and you've been monetized. It could take less, but let's just go with a year. Each content creator demographic has a price range. So an advertiser for websites is not going to pay the same amount of advertisers for finance or medical. Those ones pay a lot more.
Yeah.
So now Nikky is in the vlog industry. I am assuming I am in the finance industry. I want to earn more because mine is a more technical aspect, which means my ads are going to be higher in price because someone wants to pay more for my platform, my channel. So you might be making, there's something called a CPM, which is cost per mile, which is the total amount you will make with YouTube combined. Then there's your RPM. RPM is the division, like what you're taking. So your cost per mile could be, it's in French, so it's cost per 1,000. If what's up?
Sorry. You kept saying that and I'm like, what the hell is this saying? The way you said it's in French, I'm like, oh, makes sense.
Yeah, it's a French word. It's MILLE. Yeah, it's cost per 1,000. So 1,000 views. So 1,000 views. Every 1,000 views, you're given a rate. So Nikky could be earning 10. I could be earning 20. Damalie could be earning 15. She could be earning 35. There's no fixed rate. It's dependent on how much advertisers are willing to pay for your topics at hand. Your topic is more demanded for at the time, you earn more. And even today I could earn 15, tomorrow earn 25, next month I earn 8. It's never fixed.
So that means immediately you get to that point, these people will be coming to you.
They don't come to you directly. YouTube.
Okay.
Advertisers go to YouTube. I want to get to the other way of making it. I want to get to that.
Okay.
So they go to YouTube, they pay. I say, YouTube, they tell YouTube, we want guys in the medical industry. Let's say Damalie is in medical. We want let's go legal. They want people to do, we want lawyers. We want to talk about something in the law industry, right?
Yeah.
We need to pay a bid of this amount of money. Let's say they're willing to pay $35 per 1,000. They come to Damalie's video and put ads there. So every 1,000 views, she gets 35. But remember, 35 is broken into 2. YouTube takes half, you take half.
Oh, wow.
That's the catch. But the advantage you have is YouTube does the heavy lifting for you on advertising. You do the heavy lifting on content. Make good content.
And also what I realized is in such a scenario, if advertisers really like your page, YouTube pushes it. Because when YouTube pushes you, it stands to gain as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your video is not just seated in a corner. It's promoted and pushed to anyone and everyone and suggested to anyone. So you gain, YouTube also gains.
True.
Yeah.
So make sure you make good content. The thing is, make good content. Make stuff people want to watch. Don't make content for making. If you're focusing on, let's assume you know graphics design. I'm just throwing that out there. If anyone who knows graphics and can make a video, screen record the process of making graphics. People are going to come to you because of website design. Like people are going to come because of graphics guys tend to be also website design. There's like a matchup between the two. And then you have Wix.com advertising on your page. Wix advertising like a problem. Advantage for you. Win-win for everybody in this, right?
Yeah.
Use this opportunity because currently, statistically speaking, and there's actually a survey done, not in Uganda, worldwide, YouTube is the most wanted job by kids now. My little brothers both want to be YouTubers. And they have begun. One has a gaming channel. And he posts gaming videos. He streams on Twitch. He's a little kid. He has like 2 followers. Some little girl tease him about and like his birthday. He's like a little little boy is in P3 and he has a second girl who watches this channel and it's so sweet. And he comes crying when we tease him, but start.
Yeah,
Just do it. It will be hard. It will be stressful, but it will be worth it. Because at the end of the day, your mental health is more important than anything. You will be in that job and you want to die every day.
Yeah.
You will be at home, broke, but happy. I'm sorry to say, of course, money is important, but like, you rather have something that makes you happy. And if you see a chance with YouTube and you have a skill set, you have a talent,
but you can imagine you started at such a young age.
Yeah, and it's good
to grow.
Yep. There's I think most of the people who are watching and like tech in any way, shape, or form know someone called MKBHD, Marcus Brownlee. He began when he was in our like age. He began when he was like in his S1, S2. He has the second largest channel in tech in the world. I'm estimating he makes about 300-400 million shillings a month. Estimating just from my knowledge I know about YouTube, I'm just estimating 300-400. That's about $100,000 to $150,000 a month, averaging. I could be way wrong, and he's even making much more than this. But I'm just mind-balling it here from the numbers I can estimate. And he began very young, has been in the industry for over 10 years, and killing it.
Oh, and his first video was on a webcam.
Over laptop.
What?
And it's still there. Like when you scroll and
YouTube even brings it back up. Like, just start. For the love of God, just start.
Yeah, but I feel like
a clip a video watched some content creator. He married his friend's mom so his friend could call him his stepdad.
I'm so dead.
He went to propose to the friend's mom. And then they went to Vegas and got married.
Wait, but
that is a weird confession topic.
No, it was like these guys they dare each other. Like they just do crazy stuff. So this one here took it far. Married their friend's mom.
Wow. This one is not your friend.
I'm telling you.
But making content like you say, just start. And I keep telling you this. We have a lot we have had to start that we haven't started yet.
And we're going to start it.
So
and we're going to start it. We have cut away. Our projects were benched. We're starting them. We're starting them.
Keep your eyes out. We're coming with new stuff.
Yay!
MTS Media.
Oh, you'll see it. Trust me.
That's awesome.
We'll even talk about it on the show. Which other advice?
We'll talk about them soon when
we have started them.
When we have started. But right now, just know there's some good stuff coming your way.
So, which other advice can I give on YouTube? You don't need the fanciest camera. There's a guy called Doug DeMiro. I watch him on YouTube. He talks about car reviews. He gets into a car and finds like the weird buttons and knobs and stuff. It's actually weird. It's weird, but you don't have to be a car person to enjoy it. You just, this button does this weird thing here, and you're like, like you don't have to be a car diehard to enjoy his content.
Yeah.
And apparently people get pissed off with him because he doesn't choose high-end cameras. He has a camcorder, not a DSLR, not a mirrorless, not a high-end camera. He uses a camcorder. Yeah, a proper camcorder. Puts it on a tripod. That is really cheap production. Tripod, points. And in the car, he records with an iPhone. People are pissed off. How are you using an iPhone? I'm like, keep doing your stuff, bro. Like, he's big. He's actually big now.
Pissed off?
Because the world expects you to do the most all the damn time. I know. Like, there's this page I follow. It's called Filmmakers. Some guy was posting motivational quote on the page, like, begin with what you have, do what you love. It was like a nice quote. So it was on IG, someone commented, replied it into his DMs, and was like, before you're in America, you have access to these things, you have the money. I was the only one who had cut away because I also replied to that message onto the page. I was like, I'm a Ugandan. I have begun with old gear. It is profitable and I am making it. Let nobody lie to you. You can do it with the least. And I watched the stories. We were hundreds of people. Hundreds of people who are saying the same thing. Some guy in Philippines.
She uses her phone.
And she has what? How many subs now?
She's at 1,000. She's at 1,000.
She has passed the line.
Yes.
1,000 subs. And she has made it. Now she's monetizable. Oh, really soon, depending on the watch hours. Let no one lie to you. You can do it.
What you know.
As in, it's a fear of the unknown. So I've given you a bit of knowledge for the unknown, so use that as you want. But it's not that difficult.
And can you edit videos on your phone?
Oh yeah. Yes.
And formatting and converting won't be...
there are apps called Filmora for phone. There's there are many actually good apps you can use. There's CapCut. CapCut is for short clips. There are many apps, by the way, just basically YouTube apps to edit quick videos on phone. There are many. You can't fail to find something to use. There are hundreds of apps. Actually, Cynthia, remember our inspired days when we were traveling up country?
Yes.
So we were recording videos with our fresh kid, all those guys, and our laptops, the batteries had blacked out. But we had the footage. Yeah, on the road. So our laptops had blacked out. And started editing our footage on phones.
We switched to phones.
And you want to know the difference with these cameras. We plucked out the cards, put them in the phone, and started making videos on the go, live shooting. We shoot in the phone, edit quick, send. I'll never forget that.
His phone died.
Oh, his phone died when I was using my phone to now edit. Like,
wait, his phone died in Gulu, right?
Yes, it real blacked out, like I'm done with you. But it blacked out at the end of the shoot. Like we were done.
After we posted the good stuff.
Yes.
The phone blacked it was alright.
And by the way, every totally African video has phone footage in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People just never realize
Yeah.
that it has phone footage in it.
There's a section where now, which video was this? I can't remember. It was Lisa's video. Our camera had blacked, the battery had blacked out, and the charger wasn't working. You hadn't noticed at the time.
Yeah.
But the rest of you know. Damalie picked out her phone, and the entire B angle was her just holding the phone. Like right this.
And recording.
The whole time. The second camera was her phone. That entire time people didn't even realize. No comment it was an S8 at the time. She pulled out the S8 and started recording. No one noticed the difference. You will never tell.
Yeah.
Because guess what? People, unless you are a video creator, unless you're in camera all the damn time, you will not know the difference between a film camera, a cinema camera, and a phone. You will not know. Now, I can tell.
The finished product.
Yeah.
You can't tell.
I can tell because I know how to look for, the signs. But that's because of years of experience. That is years of experience of using different gear. But to the common eye,
You can't.
I personally have been fooled by certain camera. I've seen footage like, no, that is a high-end camera. And I was like, no, that is a phone. I was like, wait, what? I personally have been played. And I know this stuff. So I should tell you, you can't know the difference if I am still played till today. And not in a showing off way. It's more of like, genuinely, the eye can't know the difference. Right? That's why some guys see cinema cameras, like films, and they're like, this is nice work. But some guy has same footage out of a very simple Sony camera. And it's beautiful.
Wow.
So it all goes back to starting.
Starting with what you have.
Have good content. Have
Just
scripts.
the content is good.
Have good.
You will go far along, and then you will.
This goes to the person. This goes to the person without a phone, or maybe it's free to put himself in front of the camera. You don't have to. You can start your channel. I know many channels, Be Amazed, Infographics channel. There are hundreds of channels I personally watch.
Yeah.
They never show their faces. Yeah. If you know how to do After Effects and animation, done. You already have a channel. 2, if you can afford maybe like a Storyblocks thing, like paying for content videos, it's not extremely cheap, but it's also not too expensive. It's about $50 a month. Yeah, it's not cheap, but keep in mind, this is a sacrifice you have to make. You do $50 a month, you have unlimited supply of videos. And you can make hundreds of videos with this footage. It's yours, it's your content. No one is taking this from you. And you can make videos that showing your face, pick a topic, funny clips of something, topic about psychology, anything you want.
Yeah.
Just slap videos on top, done. And you have a channel. And yes, it will take a while, but you have a channel. Instagram is your friend. TikTok is your friend.
TikTok.
Yo, there's no excuse to start content.
I know.
Nikky here has a YouTube channel, yo. And she began it the other day.
I don't know. I just want to be more consistent.
Yeah, that's the only problem.
That's what I'm fighting with right now.
Being consistent.
But immediately I get into that area, I'll be good. But
you have us.
I know, but it's just so difficult. Filming, editing.
Yeah, it's hard work.
I just get so moody. I eat, then I sleep. I'm like, tomorrow. I'm like, oops, never mind.
I know it's hard work though.
Yeah.
People don't understand the work, but until they earn it, then they start to respect it. Even photography. If you can borrow a person's camera, by the way, majority of the guys in the industry don't own the gear you see.
They rent it out?
Yeah.
Like Bob Dixon told us last time, he doesn't own a camera.
Yeah.
He's one of the baddest.
Yeah, he doesn't own. It's because if you are strong, aggressive enough, all you have to do is find the gig, don't underestimate your price. Put a good price to what you can do, get the experience. Basically, go online, check gears, comes and gear. Camera and Grip. It's a Ugandan company. Cams and Grip, sorry, yeah. It's a Ugandan company. It's a German guy in what's this place called? Africa Logala.
It's
Bunga, yes, he's in Bunga, but he shifted his shop to a new, but still in the same area. Just go to his place. He's a very nice guy. I always talk to him when I want gear, and he will help you. He's a good German. He's a bit tall, German guy. He's nice. There are guys who open up shops. There's a friend of mine called Martin. He's my friend now. Like, I found his ad online. I use his gear. I go to him, I rent gear for shoots when I need extra gear. Some of these productions, I've personally bought the gear from shoots and brought it here.
But isn't it risky?
Yeah, everything has risk. Be careful.
It being stolen.
Yeah, be
So what are
careful.
Are there any precautions?
You lose something, you pay for the damn thing.
Oh, you pay for the whole.
Yeah, you have to learn to be careful. This is an industry. A lens can cost a car, so you need to be careful. It's not even a joke. Lenses cost the same amount of a car. Not even the body, just the lens. And you need like 6 of them. It's not a cheap industry. That's why.
Cars, eh?
Yeah. And it's not a cheap industry. You need gear, you need lights. There's a lot you need. That's why people rent. So you can just make sure your value is as high enough for your cost. Like, do good work. Take your time, practice. I can't stress that point enough. Learn things like aperture, learn things like ISO, learn things like, let me ask Julio. Julio is the one who has been learning this stuff.
The man on the spot.
No, but
Tell us, when you first began, did you think it was going to be so hard to learn things like, sorry, hold up. When you had begun, did you think it was going to be hard to learn things like ISO, aperture, shutter speed? Did you expect to learn those things when you joined?
Actually, I didn't know what they meant. So when you told me and I began practicing it, that's when I got it.
So, but is it as difficult as it was before?
No.
If someone talks about aperture, you may not know.
Yeah.
That's basically about just light.
The amount of light going into a lens.
Yeah.
It's just about practicing
So
it.
the word can be so complicated. But
But-
be like, what is aperture?
But
So,
with practice,
with practice, you just get to. Actually, when you start, it's difficult when you don't open your mind. But when you open your mind, you just get it.
and
That's the first day I held the camera. It was for Memorial.
that was 2019. Yeah.
So what he did, he gave me a Canon. Focus is this. What is this? And
You just started.
And the pictures were good.
Yeah.
The pictures were good.
That's how I learned. And editing, he just showed me 3 buttons.
Copy, paste, and
V, highlighting it. This is how you export.
Yeah.
and the rest you
An
figured out.
assignment he gave me to cut a 40 minutes V to 10. Just cut and join. That's what I did.
And now he
In the
has.
first serious work, I'm handling there's a project I'm handling. So it
That's why
was
you
just
got
straight.
YouTube
It's also YouTube stuff. Straight away, do it.
And you started. Have I ever? How many videos on that channel have I worked on? Not more than 3.
So
Less.
I remember in
2. Actually, I've worked on only 2.
in May
Every
I
video
was
is
in
him.
Gulu. In May I was in Gulu, so he worked on some. It was one.
It was like 1.
So that's how I came in. And to my surprise,
You got.
The client sent him a cake from Germany.
So
Ordered him a cake just for him.
I kept on just.
And guess what? He's now in charge of the whole podcast officially. I'm no longer behind camera.
Julie,
He's officially behind the camera. He's behind everything. He runs the show.
yeah.
And that should give an example of anyone can do it.
Anyone can do it.
That's it. So
So that's a motivation for your day.
I'm so happy. I'm leaving motivated,
Yeah. So I think we need to sign out. We have to work on another episode. So
So yeah, Nikky, just do your thing. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. If you're in the mainstream media and you love it, I'm not stopping you.
Yeah.
I'm not calling it rubbish or anything. Do your thing. Radio is amazing, so I like radio.
I'm also into commercial modeling. If you see a van with me, just
Oh my God, yes! I forgot! Nikky's on our van! That's the title of this episode.
She's on a whole entire van.
Let's put it on let's make the title of the episode. Nikky is on a taxi.
I'm so dead. So yeah, I'm telling you, I feel like just be open-minded and explore, enjoy the journey. Life is a journey.
Sure.
You gotta do it. Yeah.
And you're still young until you're 40.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I think so.
Like I feel like
I think you're young till you're 40. That's just a personal mindset. you choose to become old when you want to become old or when your body can't run anymore, which is after 40.
Really? I feel like after 40. Okay.
After 40.
As in, after 40, your body starts to act out. You get like, it starts to like, But before you're 40, you're still young, you're still amazing, you can still do a lot.
Mama, you won't know she's 40.
And it's true.
Love it.
That's just a smaller motivation for age. Just a smaller motivation for age.
That one makes me look old. When I'm with her, they won't believe I'm a child.
Yeah, they look alike actually.
They're like,
Or she passes off for as a mother for her younger siblings,
Yep.
and people are fooled.
yeah, people are like, when I'm some of my baby sis,
Yeah. They'll be like, oh, you're the
you
mom.
have a lovely daughter, she looks like you. And I'm like, thank you. And then I'm like, don't call me Cynthia, call me mommy.
Yeah. So before we sign out,
Yeah.
it's a smaller motivation. There's this guy called Peter Mckinnon. He began his channel. He's been in photography, but has always wanted to express film and video production. One of my biggest motivators personally. If I meet him, I'd be quite happy.
Yeah.
He began.
Tag him.
It'd be nice actually.
Tag him and be like, Peter, we need to meet.
If I met Peter.
Like, open
Fanboy moment.
Open
Yeah.
invites to Uganda.
Yes.
And he loves to travel.
And
Yes.
he loves to travel, so open
Peter comes to
invite.
Uganda?
Get out of Canada.
Yes, any day. Any day. I would love to have him.
Yeah.
He
The
began his
MCT
channel when he
wants to meet
was not young, if I'm correct, just slightly over 30. It took him about 3 to 4 years. Right now, he works with Hyundai, he works with Canon, he's sponsored by these companies. Sometimes no, that one is wrong. But he's worked with big brands.
Yeah.
And he's sponsored by them. He gets to go for shoots, events, travel the world. He gets called by Epidemic Sounds to go to Dubai for like a week to do stuff, and food is paid for. Man is living his best life, and he began his channel not more than 4 years ago. He's not young, he's over 30.
Yeah.
And that should tell you
It's never
there's
too late.
no
It's
age
never
limit
too
to
late.
this.
Yeah, there's no age limit. Yeah.
There's no age limit to this. There's a guy who does your dad never taught you, let me teach you. Like,
Oh yeah.
and I think it's actually really nice. So just start. No matter the age, if you're 60, 30, if you want to do it, just do it. So
Yeah.
basically,
It's
let's
been
wrap this
awesome,
up.
guys. Continue to keep safe, and yeah.
We'll see you soon. Don't miss
Yeah,
us too much.
subscribe, follow, like, share, comment.
Check Nikki's page, it's 6,000 followers. Me, I'm at like 120. So
Yeah.
yeah. Put some love on this one.
Nikky.Shillingi and all social media platforms, and watch me and Stendo on Prestige.
Peace.